Welcome back to our PGA Tour coverage here on 2K Sports. We're headed out to the 7th hole. It's time to go low. Putting for a bogey. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 8th. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Come on, get down. It's a little wayward.
Airmailed the green with that approach. This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
How close was that to going down? He has this putt to save his par. That gets the job done. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Patrick Cantlay finds himself 2 shots clear at the top of the field. Looking at a par 5 here. Well, that's a handy shot. This shot here from about 240 yards. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood.
This one's heading towards the cabbage.
Right into the water on that one. Time now for the 4th shot. Going with a 3-wood here. And this is an extremely long putt. You might even have to hinge on this one.
This for par.
How frustrating. Maybe you can chip it back close and limit the damage. Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Judging it beautifully.
Patrick Cantlay's heading the field in this one. This hole here is a par 4. That's heading for the fairway. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this hole location.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And back to the play, shall we? 14-footer.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Super shot, that. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one. Well played.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Just didn't drop. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And this one will be for bogey. And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly. Here we are, Rich, on the 12th tee at Emery Beach. And this par 5 is at 550 from the back tees.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it. But the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Found the green side rough. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. Xander Schauffele, delightful player out of San Diego, California. He's got that cool vibe about him. Came out, won early a few times. But then he seems to have struggled to find that next step, hasn't he? He's sort of golf's almost man, except when he got that gold medal put around his neck.
I think that took his confidence to a place where it should have been in the first place, Luke. I think that this young man, he's got no weaknesses, very little weaknesses, if anything, in the game. I look at him and think, why hasn't he won more? Well, the problem is that he's put himself in contention so many times that there's only one person in the game that has won at a clip that he could have, and that's Tiger Woods. When you put yourself into contention as often as he does, you're just not always going to win. Somebody is going to come from back in the pack, shoot a great round, and you might struggle just a little bit, whatever the case. But yes, he hasn't closed as many tournaments as he would have liked, but he is there each and every week. I got to say, this kid he's a world beater. He's going to be phenomenal.
Oh, well played. Second shot here on the 14th hole.
Better bring their binoculars. Going to have a hard time seeing the hole from there.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. Putting for a par here.
These are on rails, looking good.
And there it is. Sitting at 6 over for the event. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole. That was wonderfully done. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Yeah, the breeze ruffling their shirt, hitting their back. It's going to be tough to control the distance here.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Getting ready to play their third. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
Was on a good line. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Patrick Cantlay is at the top of the leaderboard with a one-stroke lead. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Splash. All this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it? We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's going to want to improve on that current 5th spot.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Putting for bogey here. Ooh, right by the hole. 7 feet to the cup. Looking good. Yeah, you'll take that. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Emery Beach Golf Club is another one of these courses, Rich, that has a short par 4 at 17.
It does. As you can see, massive bunker down the left-hand side. So players really want to bail out to the right and leave themselves with just a nice, short little pitch shot. Only the brave and the longest are really going to want to challenge this green. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. It looks like he pushed that one. And this putt coming up for his par. And Patrick Cantlay, currently our leader. All right, one more hole to go. The 18. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? From around 220 yards. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. I know it hasn't come up exactly how they imagine in their mind, Rich, but you've got to like that play. And here we are with their 4th. Well, there's a wild ride. And this putt for a final score of 80. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Just 3 feet to the cup. And that's how he signs off on this event. Well, Rich, I think it's fair to say that this player struggled with their game this week.
Tough tournament all around for this player. Better days ahead for them, I'm sure.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
In their last matchup, Luke, it was Lexi who was the sharper of the two. So let's see how things pan out today.
No, filled with talent as Lexi Thompson. This is going to be a tight tussle. I can't wait to see how this one plays out. Oh, good look at a birdie here. Well, that's a lovely way to get going. They've already started this event under par.
And that should calm whatever nerves this player has. Nice opening hole.
The second hole is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
And he needs this to save par. Oh, that's too bad.
Can't believe he did that. That drives you bonkers as a player.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
And unfortunately dropping back to level with the card.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Awesome stuff.
Playing this one about 130 yards out. And choosing the 8-iron here. Well, a little off the target with that one.
And coming up well short.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Ouch, that hurts. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. The putt goes in, and that's back-to-back bogeys.
Yeah, making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
He's currently tied for 11th. The first of the par 5s, Rich, the 4th hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Sitting at 1 over, just outside the top 10 on the leaderboard. Yeah, that one will play. This putt for inside the top 5 on the leaderboard. Well, what a way to bounce back. Nice putt to hole. To the top 5 he goes. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
Wow, what a save.
This tall player is just streets ahead now.
The 5th at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Ridge. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
Even for the day. Currently tied for 4th place. Choosing the 9-iron here.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
Oh, this would be a good putt to make, and with it, share a 3rd spot.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently a shot off the lead. That's a high-quality recovery shot.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently in 1st place, looking to hold that lead here.
That is a pure-looking draw. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
A chance to get to 3 under with this putt. You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
Here's Lexi Thompson. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
That's some good golf right there. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Looking good.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, they'll move to 3 under par. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
That could play. He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush. Well, Rich, here's one of our proven performers in the FedEx Cup points race. They've been there or thereabouts for most of the season, and they go into this tournament as one of the strong favourites. It hardly seems a surprise, doesn't it?
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Here's Lexi Thompson. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Well, Rich, this is the pivotal final 9 coming up, and the players perfectly positioned. They've given themselves a chance.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. This forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
Handy effort, that one. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 155.
Just needs this one to kick right.
Stay.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Oh, my God.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
And a quick glimpse at the leaderboard now. And this player holds the lead, with Brooke Henderson trailing in 2nd place. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 3rd, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently in 2nd place, hoping to overtake the leader.
And this putt will take them to 5 under.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Oh, so close. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Now 4 shots up after that hole. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer has really started to mimic front and back 9s.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
From the sand, are they able to get up and down? And he's down there. You got to read.
Setting up this putt 29 feet from the cup.
This one looking really good.
They've held it. That's very gutsy.
And that'll put a little pep in your step, up and down from the bunker, in for the birdie. Good job.
And let's have one more look at that shot.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
Well, she's just one back from that leading spot. Can she take it?
Oh, that's a beauty. Great shot from the bunker. And back to the course with the live action. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side. Open up the angle for your second shot. And it's obvious, you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
Okay, that'll work. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Ooh, well, that was the number, no doubt about that. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
Looking for another birdie here.
Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. Back-to-back birdies never hurt, Rich.
Kinda like it. He's feeling it.
Currently in first position. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Is that what they had in mind? That's in the sand. Well, this would be a great par putt if you can make this.
It's tracking.
That one had eyes for it the whole way. Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
Currently 6 under for the event. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, your dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Scorecard filled with 3s never hurts. Good putt to make this. Okay, steady now. A par putt on the table. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently in second place, hoping to overtake the leader.
Opting for the 9-iron. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
This one looks to be headed towards the fairway. Rich, good chance to get at this green in 2.
Yes, this player's found the fairway, and now they've got the opportunity to knock this on in 2. Be wary of coming up short and left, obviously in the water, but don't be anxious to miss it out to the right, especially in that bunker that's over in the middle of the green on the right-hand side. That really can wreak havoc with the players. Try and find the green at all costs with this second shot.
Oh, that's frustrating. 7 feet to the cup. Good looking putt. Just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. Still in the lead now after that hole.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Going with the hybrid. And he's safely on the green with that shot.
Would need something special to happen to get the birdie here.
That's a big time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers. That shot's so good, we need to have another look.
What an amazing putt from way out.
Leading by a whopping 7 shots after that one. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Well, all that hard work, it's time to pay it off. Make this for the tournament. Not the end of the world. There's another chance here to close out the victory. Oh, size them up for the red cardigan that Arnold Palmer made famous. You are the Arnold Palmer Invitational Champion. Congratulations.
And what a week it was. A fantastic victory. Sensational victory on arguably one of the tour's hardest golf courses. Way to go. Great win.
And I got to give props to my boy in the booth, Rich Beam. I think you picked this one at the start of the week, didn't you?
Luke, it wasn't a difficult pick, let's be honest. This player has been consistent all season long. Getting the victory, no surprise whatsoever. Really good stuff.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elving. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. PGA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Thanks, Luke. Hi, Rich. Yeah, there will be fireworks out there today, let me tell you. These two players have been going back and forth at each other on social media. They have something to prove out on this golf course today.
Well, the only thing that really goes against Xander Schauffele is he doesn't win as often as he should. But every attribute in his game is just exceptional. You're talking about one of the best players out on tour. And Brooke Henderson currently in the lead here. The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
They're staring this down for eagle.
Just didn't drop. Oh, that would have been outstanding to make the eagle. Gets that one to go down, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Xander Schauffele setting up his next shot. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. And with that hole behind them, they're sitting in second place, behind the leader, Brooke Henderson. Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Such a cool little par 3. Love this green. There's a low section in the front and a high section in the back. And anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of this green, well, I tell you what, good luck on you. If you miss this green long and or left, that bunker sits some 5 feet below the surface of the green.
Looked like they hinged in that stroke. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Okay, let's head to the next. He's in a share of third place. Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
This one looks to be heading towards the green.
Wow, they really put on a show with that approach shot, and their rival, Xander Schauffele, appears to be taking notice as well.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie.
And that will take him to 3 under. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole, this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad. But a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
And this putt for a share of the lead. Ooh. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
Putting for a par now.
Yeah, he'll take that. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The tee shot at the par 4-6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4.
Oh, what a great stroke. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. He's currently tied for first.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
Let's get back to it, shall we?
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Go on, get in the hole. Mark it down, that's birdie number 5.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
And after that hole, he's now alone at the top of the leaderboard. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
That was a gallant attempt. A 7-footer right here.
Nice little par putt here.
That's well holed.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard.
And with that hole finished, they're currently in the lead, with Brooke Henderson following in second.
The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass's stadium course, Rich, is a clever three-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a three-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left, second shot out to the right, sets up a very simple third shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
Getting ready to play their third.
Currently leading by 2.
Good chance to move to 6 under par here. If it's up, it could be in. Oh, that's a ripper. And that will take him to 6 under. Oh, this is a precarious position, if you don't mind me saying, Rich. They have the lead, but there's plenty chasing with just 9 to play.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out. So far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
How much did the win last week give them the confidence to perhaps pull it off again here and go back-to-back?
A massive win last week, looking to double up again this week. I gotta say, they're building off all the good things they did last week. A win could definitely happen. Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
18-footer here is what he's facing.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Ooh, right by the hole. Big putt for par coming up. Job done. Let's head to the next. Stop you if you've heard this before. Tiger is coming off a birdie on his last hole, and that will take him to 1 off the lead.
Didn't even know Tiger was playing in the tournament.
Atta boy, good shot. Sitting at 6 under.
Outright first here.
Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
"15 feet to the cup. This one's tracking. Oh, birdie with big wings. Great putt. And with that, they'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play.
And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second.
Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? This is a par putt. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second 9 at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14.
Difficult tee shot on this, playing some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway, and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot. But if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
Going with the 6-iron here.
That should set up another chance. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
This putt to get to 10 under par.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Like the look of this one.
Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
Currently 11 under par for the round.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5, Rich, the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left. Start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
What's in front of them, Henny?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
Well, that's a nice line.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Here's Xander Schauffele.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And now that finds him in first place.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 3 17th.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Trying to move to 13 deep here with this putt.
This is their look at birdie.
Oh, that one was zooming past the hole.
11 feet left to the hole.
This is on a great line.
Solid par putt, that. Leading by 8 strokes now after that hole. Let's head to the finishing hole. This wonderful par 4 18th. Wonderful only if you're a spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a...
And that'll do it, Rich. Players' Champion. That's one of the elite wins in their career.
Winning the Players' Championship, Luke, is easily as good as winning any major because the field quality is so amazing. This is going to speak volumes for this player and the career going forward. This is a heck of a win. I can't wait to see what they produce next.
Rich, there are some victories that stand out in your mind, and this one for me seems to be like that. That was a high-quality performance under all that duress.
They played well when the pressure was at its greatest. I have to say, getting the job done with that amount of pressure on them, it was awesome.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm very pleased to be covering this particular featured group because there's a fresh rivalry developing. I smell rivalry in the air. It's going to provide some great entertainment to both the spectators and us this week.
So it looks like they're trying to beat Colin Morikawa this week. That's ambitious. Seems like a friendly duel from the outside, but could create some extra sparks today.
I almost just have to laugh. Someone saying they're going to beat Colin Morikawa. Does that even happen these days? He's one of the most consistent players on tour. I don't know that he's beatable.
Well, he's been accused of having a balky putter occasionally, but you're right. Iron play as good as Tiger Woods in his prime. The short game's irresistible, but I think the most impressive thing about young Colin is his mindset. He's got a 40-year-old mind on a 20-year-old body. No wonder he's winning at a decent rate of knots.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Yeah, it's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
Currently 1 under for the event. Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort. Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot, you want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
Taking aim from about 170 yards.
Wind back into their grill. They need to flight this one down.
Lovely effort, that.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 21 feet from the cup. All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
Ouch, that hurts.
The putt drops, and we're moving on. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
Few players in the history of the game have had a bigger impact so early in their career than Colin Morikawa, Rich. Some comparisons go as close to Tiger Woods.
As they should be currently right now with what he has done in the game so far in his young career. He's come out each and every week and put pressure on every single player because of his ball striking and because they know that there's no weaknesses in his game other than sometimes the putter. But when you hit it as good as he does, you're bound to make a putt now and again. And each and every week when he shows up, players on the driving range are looking at him going, okay, he's here. I got to have my A game.
Certainly feels like sky's the limit for Colin Morikawa.
2 major championships under his belt right now. Surely more in his future.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. And down it goes. Let's head to the next.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left. That's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Well, that's beautifully judged. Good chance this one, right on 6 feet.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, what a stroke. Wonderful shot.
Got to say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence booster.
At -2, going along nicely today. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
A little bit of breeze ruffling the old hair, and it's coming straight on.
Going with the 7. This one's heading left, I think. And here we are with the 3rd shot.
He's currently tied for the lead.
Ooh, that almost went down. Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
Looks good.
Yeah, nicely holed. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Currently 2 under for the day. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Putting for birdie.
On a nice line.
A well holed, he'll take the birdie. And with that, we'll move to 3 under par.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard. After that, well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Getting ready to play their 3rd.
He leads the field by a stroke.
Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have.
Love watching this player around the greens.
And that makes him tied for 1st. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here. Feeling strong, going for less club.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. And down she goes from outside the range. And that will take him to 3 under. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich, out in front, but a few holes to go.
Well, it's been great watching this player get the best of their rival, but still a long way to go until the end of this tournament. Let's see how it shakes out.
Time for the 2nd shot at the 10th. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Oh, this one's right down the pipe. This putt is of 9 feet.
Looking for another birdie here.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 4 under.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. On the right-hand side of the fairway, you can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
Nicely done. And taking aim from around 100 yards here.
Straight downwind, tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green.
It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Yeah, wind took that one offline in a hurry.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Great touch.
Putting for par. Good putt, that. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee, a short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker.
Wind moving right to left on this shot.
This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Oh, so close. And tapping it in for par. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. And a quick glimpse at the leaderboard now. And this player holds the lead, with Brooke Henderson trailing in second place. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Great touch. Really nicely played.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Let's see if we can make this and keep the par on the card. There it is. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
That's nicely done. And here we are with the third shot. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Good shot there, Beamer. This putt is about 8 feet.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Oh, so close.
Motherfucker.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Firm, back, up the hill. This will be a good one.
They'll be disappointed with that one. That was a pushed putt. This next putt is for bogey. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Now leading by 1 shot.
Bullshit.
The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
Oh, well played.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard now after that hole, and they're currently in first. Lydia Ko holds second.
Luke in the lead with his rival not too far behind. Playing with the lead, going to the final round can sometimes be tricky. Do they have what it takes to get it done?
Time for the second shot at the 16th. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green. Colin Morikawa setting up his shot. Let's return to live play now. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par.
It's looking solid.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt.
He sits in first position.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Going with the 5-wood. Ooh, this would be handy if he could bounce right. A chance to move deeper under the card. This putt's for 4 under. Oh, just missed. And that should secure the par on this one.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands.
And with that hole, this player is currently tied for first with Brooke Henderson.
The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the Snake Pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
I don't know if they meant to do that.
That was a bit of a miscue.
A chance to chip in for all the chocolates. Well, it all comes down to this. Make the putt to force a playoff.
Oh, how about that, Rich? Do you want me to go fill up your cup? Looks like we're going to extra holes. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got extra holes coming your way.
Oh, everybody loves a playoff, Luke. I'm excited about this.
Well, it's going to take sudden death to decide this title. Let's go, Rich.
Luke, I'm ready. Let's go.
That tee shot looks pretty good.
Well, a big moment here. Really got to be aggressive if they want to have a chance in this one.
With their opponent in there close, Luke, absolutely take dead aim.
Going with the 8-iron here. Needs this one to kick right. That's inside the house of opportunity.
And with this putt, he will win the event.
Okay, steady now.
It all comes down to this. And the pressure builds. That forces this playoff to another hole. Let's move on to the next hole of this playoff, shall we? Well, that's not ideal.
Wow.
Finding the trees. That's not ideal, finding the water, especially in a playoff. Let's see if they can recover.
No way that happened.
Not a good time for an errant approach. Missing the green in a playoff puts pressure on the short game.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Not a bad play, that one.
No way, bro.
Oh, Rich, that's got a sting. A chance for the victory, but it goes begging.
Gave it their all, but losing on the second playoff hole, that is going to leave a mark.
Well, thank you, sports fans. Hope you enjoyed all the coverage of our playoff finale. And from myself and all the dedicated people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Valero Texas Open. Today's coverage is about to kick off. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be out here. As this event kicks off, our featured group consists of 2 players that appear to have entered into this fantastic rivalry.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yeah, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence.
Here's a look at Rambo from a moment ago.
I got to say, his short game is one of the best in the game.
Okay, time to return to the action.
Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Just trickled off the fairway, but still in good shape.
That's a good-looking shot there. Well, after hopefully a couple of sound shots, Rich, these players have just a short wedge into this par 5 second.
The green sits above the player ever so slightly, which makes this third shot a little more difficult. But let's face it, it's a short shot with a short club. A birdie can be expected.
This looks good. Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
Gonna like it. 2 in a row.
Heading to the next hole now, and this player's currently in a share of the lead with Brooke Henderson.
Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be close. And
that will put them ahead of their rival. A great performance on this hole. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She got one back on that last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. The 4th is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Nice stroke. Oh, what a super shot. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Oh, absolutely flushed. Second shot here on the 5th. This is a ball striking clinic. Yet another green in reg here.
What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Yeah, she's down. She's behind. Her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
That's making a big statement here today.
Setting the tone early in this round.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
That dog will hunt.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup.
Oh, what an excellent time to make a big putt like that. And you bet their rival knows just what happened.
Leading by 4 strokes after that one. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front centre of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the 3rd hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area that will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
An opportunity for a birdie here.
That's disappointing. It's just about 3 feet away.
He's got this for his par.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently in 4th place.
Let's take a look at the current standings.
Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage.
We've arrived at a par 5.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. You know, the Valero Texas Open is such a hugely popular and famous event in this great state of Texas. I know as a proud Texan, Beamer, this was one you wanted to win at some stage in your life. You get the cowboy boots for winning here. But TPC San Antonio, it really sorts out the players, doesn't it?
It does that and possibly more, Luke. I have to say that coming to this tournament, since its inception here at TPC San Antonio, I was a little dumbfounded on exactly how to play it because there was danger everywhere. It's just one of these golf courses where it's relentless, where you just don't feel like you stand on any particular shot and feel like it's easy. Like you can breathe easily and go ahead and let it go. Maybe on 1 or 2 holes, but that's about it. There is danger seemingly everywhere, especially off the tee around this golf course. Most notably, the 9th hole, where one player hit his first shot to the right, and then it stayed right, and then stayed right, right, and then all added up to a 16. So there you go. I think that's the highest score ever recorded at a PGA Tour event as well, a 16. Where? At TPC San Antonio.
Playing this shot from about 180 yards.
This one headed out to the left.
Getting ready to play their 3rd.
And a par putt awaits him.
What a putt. Started this perfectly.
Oh, that's a clutch par. What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
Here's Brooke Henderson's next shot.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Here we go, Rich. In the lead, late in the championship. It's exciting.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
And he's down there.
Yeah, he's about 155 from this hole location. Yeah, this is lovely.
Sitting at -6. Currently in the lead. Par putt coming up here. Well hold.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
How close was that to going down? Still in the lead now after that hole. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
And here we are with the third shot. Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Judging it beautifully.
Currently in first position. Reach this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot, as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by two of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
This one's for birdie. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. And down she goes. What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Leading by 5 shots after that. 13's a long par 3, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. Come up short in those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. That will work. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Not bad. There's part of about 6 feet coming up. It was on a good line. An opportunity to make a par here. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
Seven feet to the cup.
This one to save par.
That was a gallant attempt. And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap.
And just a very narrow margin of a lead out there. Let's see if they can calm their nerves and get this done.
Currently 3 strokes up after that hole.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Oh, well played. Into birdie range here at the 16th. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
Little birdie look in here. Yep, tracking well.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And that will move him to 6 under par. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Second shot here on the 17th. Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader. This putt coming up is for birdie. That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Currently 7 under for the round. Well, while the closing hole at TPC San Antonio can be reached in 2, Rich, it's all set up by the tee shot.
Tee shot must find the fairway. If not, you have water hazards left and bunkers right that will gobble up that second shot if you're slightly out of position.
Well played, mate. Getting ready to play their third. Oh, what a shot by our leader. It's all come down to this. A putt for the title.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Well, that was a Texas-sized performance by our champion. They have now added the Valero Texas Open to their list of wins.
After this victory, Luke, I'm pretty sure this player's going to have a little bigger hitch in his giddy-up.
And Henny, that was some impressive play. To take down a rival of that caliber and to win the event, what a performance.
Yes, Luke, we doubted them, but they got the job done and they took down their hero. The rivalry is theirs and theirs alone, and they can boast about this on social media for, well, weeks now.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
.2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Legends Championship is about to start.
Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam in the booth. I'm Luke Helvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player is looking to beat Lydia Ko, which, let's be honest, will take all their skill and poise.
Oh, absolutely. This will be a certain KO for this player. I can't imagine that Lydia's going to let anybody beat her. When we talk about young phenoms, Lydia comes to mind. She's got it all.
Ding, ding, ring that bell. Let the bout begin.
Now that looked pretty good the whole way.
Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
Well, she's just one back from that leading spot. Can she take it?
Henny's down there. You got a read?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
That's frustrating.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Just a 4-footer remaining.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Yeah, good putt. Well hold. So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Okay, let's take it down to John McCarthy, who seems to be hiding behind a tree here. John, you've been getting familiar with this golf course. What will the players be dealing with this week at Lone Grove Golf Course?
Well, Luke, as I walked the course, checking it out this morning, the one thing that is immediate is this course is full of elevation changes. Not only throughout the holes either. It's like even when you get to the greens, the elevation changes can get you. These greens are dynamic, and that is putting it very lightly. You really have to plan out your approach shots into these greens. Make sure you don't leave yourself in trouble. Some of these greens can straight up reject a poorly executed approach shot just from the contours of the green alone. Other times you may leave yourself on like the wrong shelf of a green, making the next putt nearly impossible. These greens can really play tricks on you here at Lone Grove Golf Course, and I'm looking forward to see how the players deal with it today.
Well, Rich, it's only mid-season, but you've got to like the way the player has been performing so far.
Yeah, look, this player has played so solid all year long. It's well within the top 125. I don't see any issues of this player not making it to the Tour Championship. I'd safe to say they're going to go ahead and move on.
Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt.
This is all that's left to pull ahead of Lydia Ko. They're going to try to apply some pressure here. Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's 1 stroke behind her rival in this event.
It's time to check on the leaderboard.
He's currently in a share of top spot.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Let's see what happens here at the 5th. This player's got some lovely momentum coming off a birdie at the last. Great shot. There have been a lot of players that have come out and people are quick to label them as prodigious talents and what they can do, but it's true about Lydia Ko that she is one of the game's prodigies.
Luke, when you say prodigy, I think Lydia Ko's name should just be, instead of prodigy, just say, look at Lydia Ko. Because this young lady has seemingly done it all at 14 years young. 14, won a professional event. The youngest, men or women, to ever win a tournament that early. That is astounding. 18 years old, major champion with a final round 63. It's mind-blowing how good this young lady was at such an early age. Yes, had a little low there for a little bit, but now come back out and has just taken the world by storm again. 17 wins already and building in her professional career. The sky is the limit for Lydia.
Sitting at -1, tied for second place. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Time for the second shot here at the 6th. That's a pretty handy shot. Yeah, nicely played.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He'll be happy to hold this. 21 foot.
Oh, this looks pure. That's inside the range, and that will take him to 3 under. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Teeing off here at the 7th. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Ooh, right by the hole. And this one is for his par. And well holed. Let's move on.
Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's got some work to do. She's 2 strokes behind so far.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th. Oh, well done.
Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he...
Oh my, how about that for a par? Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard from around 180 yards out.
Currently leading by 2.
Opting for the 6 iron. That was a beauty.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
A birdie putt awaits.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par.
And after that fine display, they are holding first spot on the leaderboard, with Lydia Ko trailing in 2nd place.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling.
Already in control of this tournament, looking to extend that lead on this short hole.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
They're setting up this next shot into quite an elevated green, Luke.
And here we are with the 3rd shot.
He's got a 2-stroke buffer.
Oh, these are good for the momentum. These ones right on 8 feet.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
Now the dreaded shove. Always hurts on the greens.
Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Always love a new beginning. Here we are at the opening hole of the back 9, the 10th.
It's like they got all of that one. That's on a good line.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
There's this one to kick right.
What a skillful approach shot. This player not holding back in their rivalry with Lydia Ko.
Putting for birdie here.
Yep, tracking nicely.
And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead. And that will take him to 5 under. Pegging it up on the 11th hole here. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Not sure if that's how they drew it up.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out. This is what they have left for par here.
That's a good putt to make, that one. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's currently in second place, hoping to overtake the leader.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard now after that hole, and they're currently in first. Lydia Ko holds second.
The 12th hole here at Lone Grove Golf Club, 543 yards, par 5.
Again, no bunkers off the tee shot here, Luke, though, but anything missing out to the right or even far left, you're just going to have all kinds of problems. Second shot down the hill to a green that's surrounded by water in the front, bunkers both left and right. I love this golf course. I love the beauty of it, but I got to say, it is a really difficult course.
Opting for the 5-wood. Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in two.
Big chance here. Ouch, that hurts. Oh, that's too bad. 6 feet remaining to the cup. Ooh, nice line. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And that will take him to 6 under.
And after that fine display, they are holding first spot on the leaderboard, with Lydia Ko trailing in second place.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's got momentum now, just birdied the last hole.
Time for the second shot here at the 13th. Going with the pitching wedge here. That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
What a shame. Has hit a lot of greens today, just not on this occasion.
Oh, that's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Such soft hands.
Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Golf is a game of confidence, and I like it. Taking the big dog off the tee. This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. Second shot here on the 14th. Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Getting ready to play their third.
Now a 3-shot lead over the field.
Nicely done.
This putt to get to 7 under the card. Go in. That'll help your scorecard. Well hold. And that will take him to 7 under. Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
I need to see this again because I still can't believe they hold that.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard now after that hole, and they're currently in first. Lydia Ko holds second.
Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
Going and going and going.
Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
where you can club down. Everything's all in front of you as it runs into this downhill green.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. An opportunity to make their par. Oh, nice looking putt.
Nice little putt to hole, that one.
One ahead with 4 to go. Can they settle their nerves?
He's currently sitting in first place.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Opting for the 9-iron.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
And he's not hit the mark on that approach.
Missing it short there. They will definitely be upset.
And back to the play, shall we? All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. And here we are with the third shot.
Currently leading by 3.
Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. Getting ready to play their third. Didn't that look good for a long time? All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle. Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
New Zealand's Lydia Ko setting up her next shot.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. And Rich, after the first 17 have tested the plan, they find themselves on yet one more examination with this last hole.
I love this hole because if you're leading and have a chance to win, this is the tee shot you want. There's all kinds of room out there to the right-hand side. Tee it high and let it fly. Give yourself the best opportunity to go into this elevated green with a short iron to make it as easy as possible on you. And it's much easier said than done, Luke, as you and I both well know.
Get this putt to drop, and he'll win the event here.
Well, Rich, as the legendary Jim Nance once said, they're now rich and famous.
I gotta say, that was an incredible statement by the great man and bestowed upon a great player. And this player will be thrilled to become rich and famous.
Rich, this is something you can understand. This player now a major champion.
Luke, life-changing indeed, I have to say. I'm thrilled for this player as I know what is in store from them. It's a life-changing moment.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Norwood Invitational is about to get underway.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, what a gorgeous day as this event kicks off our featured group. Well, we've got two players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Yeah, so this week their goal is to beat Jon Rahm. Henny, that is by no means an easy feat.
No, if Jon Rahm is fired up, sparks could fly, you want to be out of the way, and he's just going to go straight through like a Spanish bull.
Yes, he's fire and brimstone, isn't he, Jon Rahm? All the Americans couldn't beat him in a Ryder Cup. This player, well, it's an ambitious rivalry to say the least.
He's in a share of 7th place. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4. Looks like they put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff. This one from about 160 yards out. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Nicely done. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
That's a long-range bomb, and with it, puts extra strain on the person chasing behind them. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Currently 1 under for the round. Teeing off here at the 3rd hole. Opting for the 3-wood. Fingers crossed for a good kick to the left.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Okay, let's get back to the action. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Oh, I don't mind this par putt. And down it goes. Currently 1 under for the tournament. Let's see what happens here on the 4th. That's tiny. The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number 1, because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game and it is so complete you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. Trying to get 2-3 under par with this putt.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
That wasn't your best effort, was it? And just about 8 feet left to the hole. Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole.
Now a par 5 hole awaits. Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number one, because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. A couple under at this stage in a share of the lead. From about 100 yards. He shares the lead. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Yeah, that was a safe play.
Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them.
This has a real chance.
And down she goes, the long-range bomb. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par.
Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
With that hole complete, this player is currently tied with Justin Thomas for the lead.
Ooh, I always love these holes. Here we have a par 3. Going with the 9-iron, I think. This is from miles away.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, so close.
A par putt awaits. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone. Time to face a par 4.
And how's that ball lying?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the second cut. What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. If that's the right pace, this should drop. Oh, how about that one? And that will take him to 4 under. And it's time to recap that play.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's get back to it, shall we? And as we make the turn here, Rich, our player tied for the lead.
Yeah, you always want to be up or in the lead going in the final 9 holes. That's what they practice for. That's what they want to be. They want to be in this position. Let's see how it all plays out.
Second shot here on the 10th hole.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
And here we are with the third shot.
He shares top spot.
Here we are, Rich, a wonderful opportunity on the table, a chance to go back-to-back. Just how big would that be?
Obviously massive, but I'm very impressed. They've put themselves in a position to win for the second week in a row. Impressive.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
And there it is. Currently at -4 for the round.
Next up is this 2-shot hole.
Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. And this shot from about 150 yards out.
Next shot straight back into the teeth of the wind.
Hope it gets a good kick to the left.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
What's in front of them, Henny?
They're going to need binoculars from back here to even see the hole.
Ooh, that'll sting a bit. 4 feet to the cup.
So far, so good.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Let's head to the 12th hole. Choosing the 9-iron here. Well, that's a handy shot. And this putt will take them to 5 under par.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Just didn't drop. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. I'd say the 13th is an unlucky number, but I don't see it for you. The tee is yours. That's a bit out of shape. Oh, well played. Yeah, it's about 14 feet to the hole. It was on a good line.
A par putt on the table.
That was from
Let's go
early.
to Jon Rahm.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Currently 4 under for the round. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole. Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. And taking aim from around 100 yards here.
He's currently tied for the lead.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Honestly, guys, I stopped counting at 40 feet. This is way out.
Okay, steady now.
Putting for a par now. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands.
And an opportunity awaits as they step onto this tee of the par 3.
Going with the 7. This one could take a little bounce to the left. anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. That's disappointing.
I think they gave that one too much respect. They didn't want to hit it too hard and go racing past the hole.
And the putt drops now at 4 under, heading down the stretch.
Ooh, this is getting fun, isn't it?
And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings.
That is absolutely spot on.
Lining up from around 160 yards.
Wind is going straight at his back.
And choosing the 8-iron here. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Let's return to live play now. Getting ready to play their third. Is currently tied for the lead. There's part of about 6 feet coming up. For the par. Currently 4 under for the event. And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
How much do you trust your swing? Go for it, and only 327. Lay up. Bunkers right, water left.
Time for the second shot at the 17th. Handy effort, that one. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Yes, they've made it. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead. Good looking shot this. Taking aim from around 240 yards out here. Currently in the lead by a shot. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
The equation's pretty simple. Chip this in and win the tournament. This putt for him to win the event.
This one's looking good.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a fine performance. He's done it. He's won the tournament.
Luke, the victories, winning never gets old, but this is getting out of hand, isn't it? Another victory on the season.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
Well, that was a thrilling day. And on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us.